Hey friends! Today we'll talk about our MF13 multifunction meter. We'll see its wiring, CT, PT range, basic and advanced modes, and how to use its load hours and pulse output for PLC or HMI. Let's start with the connections. On the back side, terminals 1 and 2, these are for the auxiliary supply, line and neutral. You can give a variable supply from 100 to 270 volts AC or DC. Terminals 7, 8, and 9, these are for the three-phase voltage inputs. 7 R phase, 8 Y phase, 9 B phase. Terminal 10, this is the system neutral connection. For table demo wiring, we only have single phase, so we have given line 2 phase 1 and then looped it from 7 to 8 and from 8 to 9. Neutral is connected to terminal 10 and we've looped neutral wherever needed on the neutral side. On the top terminals, terminals 20 and 19 CT secondary, S1, S2 for R phase. Terminals 18 and 17 CT secondary for Y phase. Terminals 16 and 15 CT secondary for B phase. So your 3 CT secondary wires will come here as S1, S2 pairs. Now for pulse output. Terminals 12 and 11, these are pulse output terminals. You can use this pulse output in your PLC or HMI to monitor how much kWh is increasing over time. Basically, every pulse will represent a certain amount of energy. We'll see how to set that later. Also, on all our multifunction meters, you get a barcode, QR code, on the body. If you scan this QR code, you can directly download the instrument's calibration certificate online. Now let's talk about measurement ranges. Line voltage range, 35 volts to 520 volts AC. Line neutral voltage range, 20 volts to 300 volts AC. PT, potential transformer, ratios. PT primary, adjustable from 100 volts up to 520 kilowatt. PT secondary, 100 volts to 520 volts. CT, current transformer, ratios. CT primary, up to 6000 ampere. CT secondary, selectable between 5 amperes and 1 ampere inside the meter. So this meter can be used both in low voltage panels and in high voltage HT systems with PT as CT. Now let's power on the meter. As soon as we switch on the supply, the display first shows the CT ratio. Then the meter will move to the normal measurement screen. Now we'll enter the parameter settings. To enter basic settings, press and hold the set key until pass appears. The password for basic parameters is 10. Password 10 is used for CT ratio, PT ratio, and network selection. After entering 10, press set. Network selection. First, you'll see network selection. 3-phase 4-wire. Single phase. 3-phase 3-wire. Since we have looped a 3-phase connection for the demo, we'll select 3-phase 4-wire. Press set again. CT primary ratio. Now you can set your CT primary value. For example, if your CT is 100 by 5 ampere, you'll set CT primary is equal to 100 ampere. Use the up-down keys to change the value. Press set again. CT secondary. Here, select the CT secondary ratio, either 1 ampere or 5 ampere. Press set again. PT primary. Next is PT primary. The default is 0240 volts. If the meter is used on a high tension line, you can set this to values like 11 kilowatts, etc., depending on the PT ratio. Press set again. PT secondary. Here you set the PT secondary voltage according to your PT, example 110 volts, 240 volts, etc. Press set again. Display mode, basic, advanced. Now you'll see mode. Basic mode shows all parameters individually, phase-wise. Advanced mode shows average values of parameters on the display. Select whichever suits your application. Press set again to exit to the normal screen where we currently see voltages. If you want to reset energy or R values, use password 15. Again press and hold set until pass appears, and enter 15. Press Set. The first option is Reset All. If you select Yes, all energy values will reset together. If you select No, you'll get options to reset individually. Press Set with No selected. Reset kWh, active energy. You can choose Yes, No using the UP arrow and then reset only kWh. Press Set again. Reset apparent energy, kVAR. Press Set again. Reset reactive energy, kVA reactive hours. Press Set again. Reset load hours. Press Set again. Reset no load hours. Press Set again to exit the parameter menu. The third parameter group is for load hours and pulse selection. The password for this menu is 25. Again, hold Set, enter 25, Set. Load hours enable. First option, enable or disable load hours. If you enable it and press Set. Load percentage threshold. Here the load percentage is displayed, default 25%. Example. If your CT primary is 100 amperes and you set 25%. Whenever the current goes above 25 ampere, the meter will count load hours. Below that, it counts no load hours. Press Set again. RPM enable disable. You can enable RPM measurement. If enabled, you must enter the motor poles. 2-pole, 4-pole, 6-pole, or 8-pole motor, etc. Press Set again. Pulse timing, width. This is pulse on time, example 100 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds. This means each pulse output will be on for 100 milliseconds. You can increase or decrease this using the up-down keys. Press Set again. Pulse mode, auto, manual. In auto mode, the meter automatically sets pulse weight based on CT ratio. In manual mode, you decide how many kWh each pulse represents. If you select manual and press Set. Pulse weight selection. You can choose 0.01 kWh per pulse, 0.1 kWh per pulse, 1 kWh, 10 kWh, 100 kWh per pulse, etc. For example, if you select 100, then every 100 unit, 100 kWh, increase will generate one pulse output on terminals 11 to 12. Press Set again to exit. Now in normal mode, how do we view all readings? You can use the up or down keys to scroll through the pages. Voltage, current, frequency, etc. If you want to directly see power and energy, press the PE button. First screen active power, kilovolt. Press again apparent power, kVA. Press again reactive power, kVA reactive. Press again sum average power for all three phases. Next, energy pages. Active energy, kWh. Apparent energy, kVA. Reactive energy, kVA reactive hours. Again, it cycles back to kW. If you want to directly see voltage, current, frequency, press the VF button. First page, phase to neutral voltages. Next, phase to phase voltages. Next, phase currents, A. Next, frequency. Another screen shows V on top, A in the middle, and frequency at the bottom, combined view. Press again. Top, line-to-line voltages. Middle, bottom, power factor, PF, and system PF. So using just the up-down, PE, and VF keys, you can quickly see all electrical parameters, energy values, and load, no load duration. If you found this walkthrough helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more industrial product demos.